Brent Mullins, 5'10", junior. Justin L. Sturgill, 6'2", junior. Jarrett Lusk, 6'3", senior. C.J. Johnson, 6'3", senior. And Justin G. Sturgill, 5'9", senior, I believe.
And for the Blue Devils, it'll be Will Hubbard, Jesse McMurray, and Nate Clark are the guards. Josh Kilgore and Luke Humphreys for the Blue Devils. Gate City tonight dressed in their home white uniforms trimmed in royal blue. The Wildcats in their road black uniforms. White numbers trimmed in red. So Jared Lusk, C.J. Johnson, Brent Mullins,
2 Sturgill,
Justin L. Sturgill, and Justin G. Sturgill. So just about ready to go. It'll be Hubbard jumping against Jared Lusk. Referee Cusco steps in. And we're set to get the LPD game underway here. Tip up controlled by the Wildcats. That's Sturgill gets it to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Kilgore. Johnson has it left of the lane, backs it back out now. Circles back between the rings, now out mid-court circle. Right side, 5-second count on, gets it over to Sturgill. His shot for 3, no good. That was Mullins, actually. And the Blue Devils have it. Clark, I believe, catches it, but he's standing on the baseline, so it'll belong to the Wildcats. Johnson, C.J. Johnson. Throw it in, gets it in here right of the lane now. Over here with it, that's Sturgill. Sturgill back to Johnson. Johnson has it between the rings. Puts it on the floor. Cutting along the baseline's Mullins. Now he has it right side. Mullins back to Lusk. Now swinging around left side, Johnson. Johnson can't make a move on Kilgore, and he'll lose control of the ball. Run it down at midcourt.
Stepped on
the midcourt line. Yes, he did. Coach Hamilton, I think, thought the ball might have been tipped back there, but it wasn't. So a turnover to the Blue Devils. No score. We played 53 seconds. Gate City will have it with Nate Clark. Let's see. The Wildcats go man-to-man here to start. McMurray has it. Lobs it down low for Kilgore. Shot up, missed it. Rebound pulled out there. Lusk for the Cats. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson up a right side. Now quickly right corner with it. That's Justin G. Sturgill. Sturgill with it. Guarded by Clark. Tries to get the baseline. Shut off. Can't do it. Picks up his dribble. Needs help. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson right side. Now he kicks it down low to Lusk. And Lusk will be shoved from behind by Will Hubbard. Foul on Hubbard will be his first, and that'll be the first team foul on the Blue Devils. Marquis step in for Josh Kilgore for the Blue Devils. Here's the lob into Lusk. He has it to foul line. 15-footer up short. McMurray steps in front. Picks it up. Brings it across the midcourt line. Circles now left side with it. Directs a little traffic. Now Hubbard with it. Right side, that's E-step. Looks for Luke Humphreys poster. Can't get it to him. Instead, McMurray for the 3 shot. Short.
Wild to J.G. Sturgill.
Wildcats Brent Mullins with it. Gets it over to C.J. Johnson for the 3 shot. No good. Rebound Luke Humphreys for Gate City. Humphreys gets it over to Clark. Quickly to McMurray. Pound gets back. So Blue Devils move it back around now with E-step on top McMurray. Thought about the 3. Gets it back to E-step. E-step circles back between the rings. Now right side with it. Right corner, that's Humphreys. Back to Hubbard. And now to McMurray. Left side with it, Clark. Puts it on the floor. Drives to the bucket. Shot up. No good. Coming out there with it, Mullins for the Cats. Mullins will take it in front court quickly. Gets a pass over to Sturgill. Sturgill to Lusk, now down low with it. Shot up off the glass, no good by J.L. Sturgill. Hubbard with the rebound. And Will will bring it in front court himself. Wait on McMurray, gives it to him. Now swing it around to Clark, left side E-step. E-step puts it on the floor, and he'll drive the bucket for the layup good.
Yeah, he got Justin L. Sturgill flat-footed and just drove right by him.
So the Blue Devils break out on top 2-0, nearing 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. With it, that's Sturgill. He forces the shot up, no good. Rebound McMurray for Gate City. Jesse has it. Now swing it to Hubbard, right side with it. That's Clark. Now back to E-step. McMurray head of the key. He'll launch a three. Shot, no good. Rebound Lusk for the Cats. Hands it over to Johnson. Johnson quickly in front court with it. That's Sturgill. Gets it left side for the shot up and good by Brett Mullins. So Mullins hits a jumper. We're tied at 2, 4:30 to go first quarter. Nate Clark for the Blue Devils gets to Hubbard. Hubbard. Cross court pass to McMurray. Hubbard cuts through. McMurray tries to get it to him. Goes off his hands to Humphreys. Now with it Clark. Clark penetrates. Gets it back to McMurray. Now to E-step. E-step. Gets it over to Humphreys. Right side. Nate Clark drives along the baseline. Shot up. No good. He'll be fouled. Foul will be on Jared Lusk. His first. Team's first. Nate Clark for the Blue Devils will be at the line shooting 2.
Played almost 4 minutes and only 4 points on the board. Well, make it 5.
Clark hits the free throw, gives Gate City a 3-2 lead. Will Humphreys, Zach Jones into the lineup for Gate City.
In for Hubbard and Luke Humphreys.
Clark's second free throw on the way it to is good. And the Blue Devils lead 4-2. Josh Kilgore back in for Nate Clark.
Crowd sparse again here tonight.
So the Gate City leading 4-2. Full court pressure upcoming against the Cats. That's Mullins with it. Mullins gets it across the timeline. Now it's Lusk with it, left side. Back to Mullins between the rings. Strips pass right side. That's Sturgill. Sturgill tries to get in. Ball stolen away by the Blue Devils. Step back out. That's Kilgore with it. Gets it to McMurray. McMurray back to Kilgore. Head of the key, E-step. E-step looks right side now, Jones. E-step cuts through. Can't get it to him. Instead, swing back to McMurray. McMurray left alone. 15-footer in the air. Shot it short. Rebound Will Humphreys. Hit, but back is good. Will Humphreys with a rebound and stick back. Devils lead 6-2. Quickly for the Cats. Mullins drives all the way down and shot up off the iron, no good, but he's fouled by the Blue Devils.
McMurray wanted to walk on that. No, he doesn't get it.
No, but he does get the foul. Foul on Jesse's his first, team second. And the Wildcats will have Brett Mullins at the line. He'll be shooting 2. Free throw in the air by Mullins is good. Let's see.
We have a whistle to stop play.
And now we're set to go. No idea what that was about.
Nothing changes on the court.
Free throw by Mullins, up and good. He hits them both. Mullins has 4, and it's a 6-4 game. Gate City with the lead. 3:20 to go first quarter. Josh Kilgore for Gate City takes it along the baseline, cut off there. Gets it down low, Jones. Jones shot up, blocked away, and has it go off his hands out of bounds. So it belongs to the Wildcats of Pound, 6-4. They trail the Blue Devils. Lusk gets it to Johnson. Now this is Mullins. Left side Sturgill. Sturgill puts it on the floor, back to Mullins. Long 3 from in front, good. Brett Mullins has all 7 of Wildcats' points, and they lead the Blue Devils 7-6. Kilgore with it. Kilgore drives all the way down. His shot up from in front, good. Josh Kilgore with the bucket.
Acrobatic score there, too.
This is Brandon Pratt who checked in for the Wildcats. Pratt gets it over here to Sturgill. Sturgill drives, and he'll be fouled by Zach Jones. Foul on Zach's his first, team's third. Non-shooting foul.
Bateman, Clark, and Hubbard check in for Jones, Estep,
and McMurray.
Okay.
So the Wildcats have the basketball. C.J. Johnson inbounds, gets it in here to Mullins. He'll launch a long three. Shot no good. Rebound Bateman for the Blue Devils. Bateman gets it ahead to Clark. Clark has it left side, drives all the way down, left of the lane, shot up, partially blocked. Coming out there with it, Cat. Quickly in front court, that's Brad Mullins with it. Gets it back to Pratt, and he travels.
He was looking for somebody in the lane and forgot to dribble.
So Gate City with it. Clark has the ball go off of his foot, and finally the Caps come up with it. Driving down for the layup off the glass, no good, is Mullins. Ball fought for, it'll go off of Lusk. Out of bounds, it'll belong to Gate City. So Nate Clark for Gate City. Back in front court, guarded by Mullins. Clark gets it over to Kilgore. Kilgore stops, shoots, and misses everything. Brad Mullins catches it. Gets it ahead to Brent Mullins. And his shot's no good. But he'll be fouled by Logan Bateman. Foul on Logan's his first. He's fourth. And we've got a timeout on the floor by the Blue Devils. They lead Pound 8-7. 1:38 to go, first quarter, 8-7. The score, Gate City leads. Slow to get started.
Nice and warm up here, that's for sure.
Yeah, that is true.
On the top row.
So the Cats will have it. That's Pratt. Brandon Pratt throw it in. Left of his own bucket. Long three by Mullins. Good. Brett Mullins has all 10 of Pound's points. Quickly down low, here's Luke Humphrey. Shot up, no good. Coming out there with it, nobody. Pound had a hand on it. McMurray's got a hand on it. Now Pound has it. That's Pratt. He gets it over to Brad Mullins. His shot up, no good, but he'll be fouled. Foul on 14, that's Nate Clark. Foul on Nate will be his first, team's fifth. Into the line for Pound will be Brad Mullins. Pound leads 10-8, 1:17 to go here in the first quarter.
J.L. Sturgill set to check in.
Mullins free throw up and good.
And he will for Lusk.
So Mullins set for his second. It's up and also good. So the biggest lead in that by the Wildcats. It's forward, 12-8. Minute 10 to go, first quarter. Here's Nate Clark, drives all the way down. Gets it back out here to Humphreys. Now left corner with it, Bateman. Bateman tries to get to Humphreys, and it goes off of Humphreys back to Bateman, and then Logan throws it away. And we're going to have substitution. Estep in for Bateman.
Fifth turnover for Gate City. I have only 2 for Pound.
Pratt gets it into Brad Mullins. Pratt has it up the right side. Now with it, back out front, that's Pratt. Pratt hands it back to Brad Mullins. Brad gets it to Brent Mullins, who's guarded by Estep now. Now with it is Pratt, guarded by Hubbard out on the floor. Pratt picks up his dribble, need help, gets it to Brent Mullins. Brent stops, pops from a baseline, no good. Rebound Clark for Gate City. Clark will bring it in front court off the screen by Hubbard. Clark to the foul line, leaves it off for McMurray, back to Clark. Clark drives along the baseline, leaves it off down low. Luke Humphrey, shot up, no good, foul call.
See if they don't flash a 21 here.
They do. That's Brandon Pratt, his first, team's second. And Gate City will have Luke Humphreys at the line shooting 2. The Blue Devils in danger of being outscored in a quarter by an LPT team. Not happened yet this year. Humphreys' free throw misses badly to the left of the goal. So, Luke ready for the second. It's up and good. Much better. C.J. Johnson for the Cats has it in backcourt. Gate City with the pressure. Cats able to beat it. Get it over to Mullins. Tried to get it to Sturgill, but it's tipped out of his hands by McMurray. So with 13 seconds left, Pound with the basketball. Underneath their own bucket, Johnson. Lobs it in here to Pratt. Now back to Johnson. He's left alone. He'll shoot the 3. Shot in, out, no good. Rebound fought for. Come out of there with it. E-step for the Blue Devils. 5 seconds. Here's McMurray. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. McMurray stops, pops a 3. Good. Jesse McMurray for 3 at the buzzer. And 1 1/4 in the books, and we're knotted here. It's 12 Pound, 12 Gate City.
And as it's run since it was reset at 8 minutes.
Yeah, they'll do that.
And it's down to 7.
And
there they go.
It will be Gate City's ball to start the second quarter. Tied at 12 with the Pound Wildcats. Nate Clark for Gate City. Hubbard sets the screen. Kilgore cuts through. Here comes the double team. Here's the ball thrown away by Johnson. Johnson drives all the way down for the layup. Good.
That was not one of the sharpest passes you'd want to see.
And we'll have a foul in back court on Mullins. Brent Mullins picks up the foul, his first, team's third. Now what they did is they jumped a double team at Clark there, and Johnson able to come up with a steal. Josh Kilgore for Gate City has it, brings it in front court, takes it one-on-one. That should be his game. Shot up by Kilgore, no good. Rebound Lusk for Pound. Lusk gets it over to Johnson. Johnson has it over to Sturgill. He'll launch the shot, nothing but an air ball. Kilgore catches it. With it, McMurray. Open for the 3. Shot, no good. Rebound, Lusk tips it over to Mullins. Brett Mullins for the Cats. Gets it over here to Sturgill. Sturgill gets it down low to J.L. Sturgill. Now back to Lusk. Over to Brett Mullins. And Mullins didn't catch it. And it goes off his hand out of bounds. So turnover to the Blue Devils. Pound leads 14-12. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Nate Clark walks it up. Crosses the timeline. Gets it to Kilgore. Left side Humphreys. Humphreys out on top to Clark to Hubbard. And Hubbard will be held and fouled by Jared Lusk. Fouled Lusk is second.
Got him from behind.
And that's only the team's fourth. Will Humphreys for Will Hubbard for Gate City. Nate Clark inbounds to Will Humphreys. Will tries to force one up, and he'll be in a held ball situation. That's a good call. Humphreys went up to shoot, and the shot was blocked. They came down with it. And on the possession there, it goes to the Wildcats. Brandon Pratt checks in for Jared Lusk for the Cats. Marquis step for Nate Clark for Gate City. So the Devils trailing by 2. Pound with the ball. This is Mullins. Mullins gets it over to Johnson. Johnson pushes it across the timeline. Now with it, Pratt between the rings. Pratt backs Humphreys to the foul line. Gets over to Mullins. Now with it on the blocks, that's Sturgill. His running shot from in front, good. J.L. Sturgill with his first points of the game. 16-12. Cats lead. Mark Estep has it for Gate City. He drives in the lane. Shot up. No good. Tip. No good. And it goes off the Cats out of bounds off of Pratt. So it belongs to Gate City. And it will be Will Humphreys to toss it in. Humphreys lobs it in to Kilgore. Kilgore takes it straight up and he's fouled.
Kilgore had a cat on each side of him.
Justin Sturgill picks up the foul. Foul on Sturgill will be his first. Team's fifth. Josh Kilgore shooting 2 for Gate City. Free throw. Kilgore good. Cuts Pound's lead to 3. 16-13. 6:01 to go first half. Kilgore ready for his second. It's going up and in. So 16-14 the score. Pratt for the Wildcats. Brings it up. Gets it over to Mullins. Don't leave him alone. He's a shooter. Shot good for 3.
He's almost over on the sideline.
He has 3 threes here in the first half, and it's 19-14. Wildcats leading the Blue Devils. Estep has it, drives down, shot from right of the lane up, no good, tipped around, no good. Coming out of there with it the Blue Devils, that's Estep. Gets it to Kilgore. Kilgore puts it on the floor back to McMurray. McMurray drives in the lane, cut off, can't shoot. Now back to Kilgore. His 17-footer up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there. Pratt for the Cats. Quickly to Johnson. Now long pass in front court to Sturgill, and Sturgill's going to be blocked by Kilgore. Foul on Kilgore will be his first. That'll be the team's 6th. So the next foul will put Pound into 1-1. Bateman and Clark in. McMurray and Humphreys out. Luke Humphreys, rather. Here's Pound on the inbounds. It's Johnson. Looking. Gets it down low. Shot up off the glass. It is no good by Sturgill. The Blue Devils come out there with it. Clark has it. Clark gets it right side Estep. Looks for Humphreys. Can't get it to him. Instead swinging around to Bateman. Now back to Clark. Clark penetrates. Stops. 14-footer. No good. Bateman will tip it out of bounds. And it'll belong to the Wildcats. 19-14 to score. Pound leads. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back to Gate City Middle School after these messages. No, so far not shooting the ball real well. 14 points in, 10 minutes roughly. So the Wildcats will have it. Johnson gets it in here to Mullins. Has to run it down in the corner. Now Mullins brings it across the timeline. Here comes the double team, and it results in a turnover. And Bateman had it. And then Bateman, I think, nobody touches it as he lets go of it. And so it'll belong back to the Wildcats. Pound didn't see the trap coming. Mullins didn't see it coming. So now, Pound has it. Hubbard in for Bateman for the Blue Devils. Here's a lob in to Sturgill. Gets it to Pratt. Hubbard plays Johnson. Clark plays Pratt. Pratt has it. Drives to the foul line. Leaves it over for Mullins. He's open for 3. Shot short. Our ball caught by Estep. Gets it over to Clark. Nate, long pass in front court to Hubbard. Hubbard, cross court pass to Kilgore. Josh with it. Now to Will Humphreys to Estep. Left corner with it to Hubbard. And he gets it to Humphreys, who's shoved and fouled by Justin G. Sturgill. Foul on Justin Sturgill, his second. That's the team's 6th.
Brad Mullins in for Sturgill.
Here's the lob in to Hubbard. His shot from in front good, and he'll be fouled. 22. That's J.L. Sturgill, Justin L. Sturgill, who picks up the foul. Blue Devils' first basket here in the second quarter. Hubbard trying to complete the three-point play, which he doesn't as he misses the free throw. Score remains 19-16, 4:07 to go first half. Brett Mullins has it to Johnson. Johnson Pounded out on the floor by Kilgore, and we're going to have a timeout. Timeout on the floor, Pound Wildcats. They lead the Blue Devils 19-16.
16-pound leads with 3:56 to go in the first half. And Wildcats with the basketball.
And this will be Johnson, side front court, and he throws it away. But E-Step steps in front, makes the steal, then it goes off of Mullins out of bounds. Mullins able to run E-Step down and knock the ball away, so the Blue Devils have it. E-Step, a good job of anticipating that pass. Here's Clark on the inbounds, gets it into Will Humphreys. Will turns, puts it off the glass for two. Humphreys with the bucket, and the Blue Devils trail now by one. Mullins has it, he's trapped, loses control of the ball, gets it back, throws up a wild shot. The shot's no good, but he's called for traveling. So the Blue Devils trailing by one. They've trailed by as many as 5 with 3:30 to go first half. Hubbard to Humphreys. Hubbard cuts back through, can't get it to him, now to Kilgore. Kilgore has it to Clark. Now to Hubbard. E-Step cuts through, now to Clark. Thought about the three, puts it on the floor. Stops, pops, and he's fouled, and a technical foul. Foul on Brent Mullins is his second. Technical foul on Brent Mullins will go as his third. So Nate Clark will be shooting 2 for the foul. Mullins didn't exactly react violently to that call either. I don't know. He must have muttered something because, I mean...
he shouted something.
Yeah, well... That will get you teed up. Clark hits the first, hits the second, and he'll be shooting the third and the fourth.
So that's Gate City's first lead since 8-7.
There's one more for Clark. And then he'll shoot again. Look to hit 4 in a row. Will he? Of course. Well, not of course, but he doesn't miss many. 22-19, Gate City has run off 8 in a row here. After trailing 19-14, they lead 22-19. They have the ball. This could be as much as a 7-point swing. They've already got 4 of those. Here's McMurray, thought about the three. Now with it, Kilgore drives down, shot off the glass, no good. Hubbard will be called for the foul over the back. Foul on Wheels, his second. And that'll be the team's 7th, so we'll go the other end, shoot 1 and 1.
And Brent Mullins did take a seat. You said he had 4 fouls?
No, 3. Okay. Yeah, he had 1 and he got 2 more there. So it will be Justin L. Sturgill shooting 1 and 1 for the Wildcats.
3:02 to go in the half.
Free throw up and no good. Humphreys had a hand on it. McMurray runs it down for the Blue Devils. Jesse gets it to Hubbard between the rings. Now with it, Kilgore, right side, Will Humphreys. Kilgore cuts through, can't get it to him. Instead, Clark, head of the key, McMurray. McMurray back to Hubbard. Now Kilgore, head of the key. With it, Humphreys. Clark cuts through, can't get it to him. Now back to Hubbard. There's McMurray, penetrates, gets it left side. Clark along the baseline. Will Humphreys can't make a move. Now to Clark. So Gate City resets. Clark has it between the rings. Now Kilgore. Kilgore with it. Had the key Hubbard. Now Clark back to Hubbard. Hubbard launches the baseline jumper. No good. Tip no good. Coming out there with it. The Wildcats. That's Pratt. Pratt quickly to Johnson. Johnson gets it back to Pratt. Pratt might have walked.
He did.
So score remains 22-19, 2:10 to go. First half here at Gate City. Blue Devils lead. Clark to McMurray in front court. McMurray stops, pops. 16-footer shot, no good. Kilgore had a hand on it. Hubbard comes up with it. Hubbard Gets it over to Clark now. Back to Kilgore to McMurray. McMurray left side. Out on top. Clark. Now Clark drives down left of the lane. Leaves it off for Humphrey. Shot up no good. Kilgore's putback is good. Kilgore with a rebound putback. Here's Hubbard kicking the ball out of bounds.
I like that move by Kilgore. He didn't even think about coming down and putting the ball on the court. He just
straight up,
and the ball was got control of the ball and just kept going up and put it in.
So Pound not able to get the ball in, asks for a timeout. Timeout, 1:38 to go first half. We'll be back. And the Wildcats will have it in backcourt. Johnson. Hubbard guards the out-of-bounds guy. And Hubbard steps out of bounds. And you can't do that. That's a warning. Hubbard has to, when he jumps, he has to stay in bounds, and he didn't. He stepped out of bounds. So a warning made. Now, with it, Pound quickly. They break the press. Brad Mullins spins, shoots off the glass, no good. Clark runs it down in the corner for Gate City. Nate has it quickly across the timeline now. Left side, here's Kilgore. Kilgore puts it on the floor. Now back to Clark. Clark penetrates back to McMurray. He'll launch a three from ahead of the key. Good. Jesse McMurray with three. More. He has 6. The Blue Devils out 27-19. That's 13-0. They've outscored the Wildcats. Until now, when hitting the layup will be J.L. Sturgill off the feed from Pratt. Make it 27-21. Gate City, 55 seconds to go first half. Hubbard to McMurray. Now to Kilgore with it between the rings. Left side, here's Humphreys. Now Clark along the baseline. Clark leads it off for Kilgore. Shot off the glass, good. Here's the Wildcats with it. This is Sturgill. His runner and shot good, and he'll be fouled. I think probably Luke Humphreys will pick up the foul.
Nate Clark tried to draw the charge just inside the front court. He went down, no call, but then...
And that's a good no call on...
Sturgill had a good drive, and Humphreys got there a little late.
So Justin G. Sturgill trying to complete the three-point play. His free throw is on the way and is no good. Tip, no good. Rebound Humphreys for the Blue Devils. Puts it over to McMurray. 30 seconds to go first half. Devils by 6. McMurray to Logan Bateman. Bateman gets it back to McMurray, who will stand. Gate City probably going to hold it for the final shot here. Clock runs 11, 10 seconds, 9 seconds, and Gate City puts the play in motion. Here's McMurray. McMurray has it. What will he do? He'll stop and pop. 17-footer, no good. Rebound Hubbard. Hubbard's putback is no good. It was good, but it was after the horn. So the first half in the books here at Gate City Middle School, and it's the Gate City Blue Devils 29 and the Pound Wildcats 23.
Ashton Bishop and the Gate City TV girls and boys basketball sponsors are Daugherty Brothers Chevrolet, Delegate Tarek Kilgore, Fairway Ford Volkswagen, Farm Bureau Insurance, Jackson Street Formals, Law Office of Jeff Hamilton, Mark's Hardware, Scott County Long Distance, State Line Graphics, and Weber City Drug Center. So come out and support them.
Here's how I have the standings in the LPD and district-wise. 4, and that's really what counts, isn't it? Gate City and Burton 4-4.
4-0.
4-0, yeah. You're exactly right. I can't read tonight, obviously. 2-2 for Pound and Powell Valley, as well as J.J. Kelly. Appalachia 1-3, and Coburn and Clintwood 0-3.
Second half. Set to get underway. It does. The Blue Devils will have it. Nate Clark gets it down low to Hubbard off the cut behind Lusk, and Hubbard gets the easy bucket. Good feed from Clark. 31-23, Devils lead by 8. C.J. Johnson. Johnson has it, loses control of it. Running it down is Sturgill. His shot no good. Fought for. Hubbard comes up with it for the Blue Devils. Hubbard He'll put it on the floor, toss it over to Clark. Now, right side, this is Kilgore. Josh with it, now to Nate. Swing around left side. In the corner, that's Humphreys. He'll launch a long three. Shot no good. Nate Clark gets the rebound for the Blue Devils. Brings it back out. McMurray open for the three. Shot good. Jesse McMurray for three. He has 9 now. And we've got a timeout quickly by the Wildcats. We'll be back to Gate City shortly. 34-23. Gate City 4 quick points. Pull out a 9-point lead. Pound out of the timeout with it. Sturgill has it. Back to Johnson. Johnson for the Cats. Brings it. McMurray on him. Front court. His ball almost stolen away by Kilgore. Goes off his hands out of bounds. So Pound will retain possession.
Made a good cut in front of Mullins, but couldn't control the basketball.
And we're going to have an illegal screen called on the Wildcats. 22, that's J.L. Sturgill. Or Justin L. Sturgill. That's his second, team's first. Here in the second half, Gate City leads by 9 with the ball. McMurray gets it to Hubbard, left of the lane. His shot up and good. So the Blue Devils have shot 3 times and have made 3 shots here in the second half. With it, Sturgill, he drives, gets it over here to Mullins. He launches a long 3 shot. Good. Brett Mullins with his 4th 3-point field goal of the night. Cuts Gate City's lead to 10. Here's Kilgore. He drives down, shot up, no good, but he is fouled on the block by Justin L. Sturgill, his 3rd. And the Blue Devils will have Josh Kilgore at the line shooting 2. Josh with 8 first half points to lead the Blue Devils in scoring in the first half. Free throw, Kilgore, good. 6:19 to go, third quarter, 37-26. Gate City leads by 11. Brad Mullins checks in for Justin G. Sturgill. Marquis Step set to check in for Kilgore if he makes the free throw, which he does. So here comes E-Step for Kilgore. Devils lead by 12. And the Cats will have it against full court pressure. Brad Mullins gets it on the inbound. He circles center floor, brings it all the way down the left side of the lane.
Good job by Hubbard.
Hubbard ties him up, and possession area, though, points to the Wildcats.
Hubbard just reached up, put his hand on top of the basketball. A touched-only ball.
Josh Kilgore back in now for Nate Clark. With it is Lusk. Lusk gets it over here to Mullins. Brent Mullins with it. Throws it away. McMurray comes up with it for Gate City. Quickly, Jesse in front court. Drives all the way down. Leaves it off Kilgore. Right of the lane. His jumper off the glass. Good. 40-26 the score. Devils lead. 5:50 to go, third quarter. The Wildcats will have Johnson over here in the corner to Brad Mullins. His 17-footer up, no good. Rebound, Brett Mullins. Gets it to Lusk. His jumper from right of the lane, no good. Brad Mullins fights for the rebound, gets it, puts it up, no good. And now we're going to have a held ball, and it'll belong to the Blue Devils.
And we'll have Will Humphreys, Zach Jones check in for E-Step, Hubbard, and who is it, Luke?
Fake. That's correct. So the Blue Devils have it with Kilgore to McMurray to Clark, who checked back in at that time, dead ball. Clark with it. It's it right side McMurray, left open for the 3 shot. McMurray, good. Jesse heating up. That's 4 now.
Mullins got over there, but got there late.
And the Devils out to a 17-point lead. He trailed by 5 early. Here's Lusk. His baseline jumper no good. Tipped around, coming out of there with it. Brad Mullins puts it on the floor, leaves it off for Pratt, and it goes off his hands out of bounds. So another turnover to the Blue Devils. Here's McMurray. Pratt got a hand on it. Now McMurray quickly in front court, drives to the foul line, brings it back out to Kilgore. Kilgore looks across court to Humphreys off the net, and then Humphreys catches it and lays it in.
You don't see that very often.
Yeah, good job of Will not losing his concentration when the ball hit the bottom of the net. Able to catch it, lay it in. Here's Johnson. He drives, stops right out of the lane to Lust. Now Brad Mullins, and Mullins tries to get it to Pratt, but Pratt thought Mullins was shooting. He was turning to get rebounding position, and it goes off of Pratt out of bounds.
Fourth turnover in the quarter for Pound.
Justin G. Sturgill in, replacing Johnson. A 19-point Blue Devil lead. 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. Nate Clark for Gate City with it. Left corner, that's McMurray. Now back to Clark. Here's Kilgore. Now back in the corner, McMurray. His shot up, good.
19-3 run by Gate City here in the quarter.
And it's a 34-7 since it was 19-14. Here's Pounds. Brent Mullins shoots and misses. Clark just stands and catches it. Quickly in front court goes Nate with it. Long cross-court pass. McMurray open for the three. Shot good, and he's fouled. McMurray for three. It goes in. That's 4 in the quarter. And not many times you get a chance for a 4-point play. But Jesse will have that opportunity.
C.J. Johnson checks in for the Cats' Brad Mullins.
McMurray with 18 points, 12 of them coming here in the third quarter. And it's 51-26 now. Gate City leads. McMurray's free throw is good. The Blue Devils lead by 26. Here's a long pass by Johnson in front court to Pratt. His shot up good, and he's fouled by Hubbard. Foul be on Will Hubbard. That'll be his third. Team's first here in the second half.
Justin L. Sturgill checks in for Jared Lust for Pound. And here comes Zach Jones for Hubbard.
So Brandon Pratt. What happened?
You got to give the ball.
No, let's see.
You've got an injury, I bet you.
He may have a little blood. Yep, got blood on his elbow, so the Wildcats will have to doctor that up.
Medic.
And going with a towel.
Here comes Pat Loggins.
And Pat will have a bandage.
You betcha.
You can just about guarantee
He's
it.
Johnny on the spot.
Well, I don't know, but he's Pat on the spot.
52-28 with 3:36 to go in the third quarter. Pound and Gate City JV contest here tomorrow night. Then Friday night, it'll be 4 games as J.J. Kelly comes to town. Kelly boys team is struggling so far this season, but they've got a good girls team.
Yes, they've got a pretty solid girls team. They've got Brian Bentley, pretty good player on the boys team, but struggling to find a lot to go with him right now.
That action on Friday begins the first to 4 at 5 o'clock, then DB varsity only beginning at 6 Saturday night.
Okay, now Brad Mullins will be sent in to shoot the free throw in place of Pratt. Free throw, Mullins, good. Now, whistle Sam. Pratt wants to check back in, but he can't. The ball has to be put in play, and then at the next dead ball, he'll be able to. Here's a lob into Clark. Nate with it in front court. Now gets it over here in the corner to Eastep. Clark cuts through, can't get it to him. Now Eastep takes a baseline. His running jumper right of the baseline. Good. Eastep with the bucket. 54-29, Gate City leads. Here, a 3-point field goal, no good. We're going to have a foul called. I believe it'll be on Zach Jones for the Blue Devils.
It is away from the ball.
Foul on Zach's his second.
There's the shooter over on the sideline, and Zach just away from the paint.
Johnson on the inbound. Gets it into Sturgill. J.L. Sturgill turns, shoots, and before he does, he'll be called for travel.
And Nate Clark out, Luke Humphreys in.
54-29. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Luke with it between the rings. Gets it to McMurray. McMurray now over here to Luke Humphreys. Luke has it right side and he throws it away. Pratt comes out there with it. Pratt takes it 1-on-2. His pull-up jumper from about 13 feet. Good. Brandon Pratt with the field goal. Makes it 54-31. Here's McMurray. He'll launch the three. Shot short. Humphreys tried to tip the ball, but coming out there with it. Sturgill gets it to Pratt. Pratt's baseline shot no good. Zach Jones catches it, and we've got a timeout. Timeout on the floor, 54-31, Gate City leads. And the Blue Devils have it. Out of their timeout, that's Clark. Has it, gets it to Hubbard, back to Clark. He drives, shot up off the glass, good, and he's fouled. Fouls on Brad Mullins, his first. Clark count the bucket, and he'll get one. Nate's first field goal of the night. Free throw up, Clark, good. Nate with 9. The Blue Devils lead 57-31, 2:10 to go, third quarter. Johnson for the Wildcats, gets it down low. Lusk gets shot up off glass, no good. Put back, no good by Sturgill. Rebound coming out of there with it, the Blue Devils. Cats can't buy one now. Here's Clark, drives all the way down, shot up off glass. Only got the glass. Quickly the other way, here's Mullins. Leaves it off for Brad Mullins. Shot up good, and he's fouled.
Looks like they're going to get Luke.
Foul on Luke will be his second. Bucket by Mullins. Brad Mullins will stand. Takes the score 57-33. Mullins looking for his three-point play. Free throw on the way. Is good. Front of the iron, back of the iron, and settles through. 57-34, minute 40, third quarter. Josh Kilgore carried the ball. Whatever you want to call it. Justin G. Sturgill in for Brad Mullins. Devils leading by 23 with 1:40 to go, third quarter. Johnson, cross-court pass into Sturgill, to Johnson, down low left, shot up, missed it. Hubbard clears the boards out for Gate City, gets it over to Clark. Kilgore now in front court. Jones posts up, can't get it to him, swinging around now left side, that's Humphreys. Long a block to Jones, and ball turned over. Here comes Mullins with it. Brett Mullins drives all the way down, and he loses possession of the ball. Gets it over to Luke Humphreys. Now we go the other way. This is Kilgore taking it to the bucket. Leaves it off for Jones, and it goes off his hands out of bounds.
And Brent Mullins slow getting up as there was some contact between Humphreys on the other end and Mullins. Looks like Mullins caught an elbow.
Yeah, he also caught the basketball there and couldn't control it, and it goes off of his hands out of bounds. So it goes back to the Blue Devils with Hubbard the inbounds. Hubbard gets it into McMurray. McMurray now with it, Kilgore. Back to Clark, cuts along the baseline. Kilgore gets it to him, shot no good. Rebound Lusk, gets it over to Pratt. Pratt with it. Drives the foul line, leaves it off over here for Sturgill. His shot up off the glass is good. Justin G. Sturgill. 57-36, 30 seconds to go, third quarter. E-step for the Blue Devils. Has it. Hubbard works the lane, and we're going to have a traveling foul on E-step. Logan Bateman checks in the lineup for Gate City, replacing Nate Clark. 21 seconds to go, third quarter. Gate City on top, 57-36. The Cats with the basketball. That's Brent Mullins. Lobs it back over here to Johnson. Johnson across the center line, looks to take McMurray down the lane. McMurray cuts him off. Johnson picks up his dribble, gets it over to Pratt. Pratt drives, his little running one-hander from the front, good. Pratt with 6 1/4, and it's 57-38. Long shot by McMurray from mid-court is no good, and that'll be the end of the third quarter with the score of the Gate City Blue Devils 57 and the Pound Wildcats 38.
Fourth quarter set to start. Gate City with the basketball.
And a 57-38 lead. And Nate Clark will have it across the timeline now. With it, Will Humphreys. Get it to Hubbard, head of the key. Work it around left side, Bateman. Bateman gets it to Nate Clark, cutting down the left side of the lane. Clark leaves it off for Will Humphreys. Shot up good. Will Humphreys with the field goal here in the fourth quarter. Quickly the other way, here comes Johnson, gets it over to J.L. Sturgill, and he'll be fouled by Clark, I believe. It is. Nate picks up his second. Only the team's fourth here in the second half. So the Cats, C.J. Johnson, looks, needs help. Somebody can't come to him, so we'll have a timeout. Nope, we'll have a 5-second violation before the timeout. So a turnover to the Blue Devils. Gate City leading 59-38 in possession of the basketball. Clark guarded by Brent Mullins, gets it right side, now right corner McMurray. McMurray tries to get it to Humphreys. Hubbard catches it. Hubbard tries to get it back to McMurray, stolen away by the Wildcats. Here comes Johnson. He drives all the way down, shot up off the glass, good.
Made that look easy.
Yeah, I don't know that Johnson does that enough. Here's Humphreys. Gets it to Clark. Now across court pass to Bateman, and Logan will be called for travel.
Twice he's done that.
So Josh Kilgore replaces Logan Bateman for the Blue Devils. So the Cats have it, and we'll have a foul called on a hold by 45. That's Josh Kilgore. No. They post Will Humphreys. Okay. So Brent Mullins has it, and Mullins will be called for travel.
Boy, we're really seeing sharp basketball here the last couple of minutes.
Yeah. We're seeing basketball. 59-40. 6:45 to go. Clark for Gate City gets it to Hubbard. Hubbard tries.
Here's another walk.